Hey, it's Greg here with Outdoors on the Cheap. I'm just out for a day in the woods here, and I thought I'd answer a question a viewer recently asked about pants. What kind of pants I wear? What kind of pants are a good deal? What kind of pants are good value? Ideal pants for being out in the woods and that sort of thing. And a standard sort of answer for this sort of thing is like, whatever pants you like, that sort of thing, which I guess there's some degree of truth to that. But if you ever look at organizations like the military or forestry service or something like that, they tend to have pants they issue. And that's because they're, for most things, there is a sort of ideal design, right? Or a design that's ideal in many ways. Well, anyway, I don't buy my pants in hunting stores or fishing stores or outdoor stores or hiking stores or places like that. I actually get them in places where people buy work clothes. I tend to prefer the pants carpenters wear. You can also get, here in Canada, we have an organization or a store called Value Village, where people just take old stuff, like someone dies and they take all their stuff and they give it away and they sell it at a very low price, and the money's it's a nonprofit organization. It's inexpensive. You can get like an $80 pair of pants for $10, that sort of thing. So I tend to cruise those sorts of places looking for deals like that. I got a pair on here I'm going to show you a bit closer. But what I'm looking for in a pair of pants is something really heavy duty. I live in Canada. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada. It's certainly not the coldest part of Canada. But we do kind of like tough, dreary weather. The forest here is not unlike the forests of Newfoundland, where I am anyway. It's just all spruce trees and moss and bog and granite rocks and that sort of thing. Anyway, I tend to like that sort of thing, a tough pair of pants. Lots of pockets, ideal pockets for putting things like a folding saw in. As an outdoors person, I don't really like going out in the woods without a folding saw and a knife and a lighter and some other gear. I've done videos on that. I don't want to get into it here. I like a saw that carries my folding saw. I like a pair of pants that comfortably carries my folding saw. I like a pair of pants with really, really tough, almost canvas-like material. And these are the sorts of pants I wear when I'm out in the woods going for a hike, whether it's in the winter when I'm hunting, or I'm just exploring, scouting out places, or whether it's in the fall or spring. In the summer, I tend to stay out of the woods, generally speaking. I'm lucky I live by the ocean. In the summer, I go to the ocean. I like to go fishing, swimming, beach, that sort of thing. I like being by the ocean in the summer. I don't tend to go into the forest in the summer. And the summers here can be pretty horrendous in terms of horseflies and deer flies and stuff like that. So unless we're, camping or something like that, I really kind of stay out of the woods in the summer. But spring, fall, winter, I wear these sort of work pants. And ideally ones that have a reinforcement around the knees, right? That way they last longer. And you might say, well, in the dead of winter, aren't those warm enough? Which is true, they're not warm pants, because they're just kind of like a canvas, but they're tough, right? When you're out in the woods, whatever you're doing, if you're doing camping or hunting or anything like that, you're going to be getting down on your knees all the time, taking a knee, getting down on your knees, doing things on the ground, that sort of thing. Your pants really take a beating. Some of these work pants you can get at these stores that sell work clothing, or just if you're lucky enough to find them used, they've got 2 layers or reinforced knees. You want something like that so they can take that beating. And when you're out in the winter, you just put a pair of long johns underneath them. Or if it's really cold, 2 pairs of long johns underneath them. Or a pair of long johns underneath them and an old pair of rain pants over them. Old meaning like rain pants that aren't perfectly airtight anymore. They breathe a little bit, but they'll shed snow and that sort of thing. So like on a day when there's a lot of snow all over the place and I know my pants are going to be rubbing against trees and the snow is going to be rubbing off on them, I'll put an old pair of rain pants over the pants. But these are the base pants. One pair of pants, I can wear them all year long. So even if you pay, a pair of pants like these, you buy them new, might cost like $80, $60, $80. If you look around on Amazon, you'll get something, a kind of knockoff. You can get knockoffs for maybe $30 or $40. I've looked at them. I've never bought them because I already have what I want, sort of thing. I was lucky enough to get it used. But you can get them brand new at a work clothing store for, these are like carpenter's pants for like $90, or used somewhere, or some sort of similar knockoff on Amazon or online, eBay, whatever. The challenge with that is you can't really see what you're dealing with in terms of the thickness of the material and how well reinforced the part of the pants in front of the knees are. Let me show you what I'm wearing here and I'll give you an example. All right, so you'll notice these are not camouflage, right? Camouflage is for people. If you're deer hunting, maybe duck hunting it matters, but for deer, you know, you're usually sitting in a blind. Camo's overrated. It's good if you're hunting people. But for most of the things we hunt, deer, rabbits, partridge, that sort of thing, camo doesn't really do much for you. So anything that's sort of drab, you know, green, khaki, brown sort of thing, gray, that's all good. Okay, but you can see with these, here's the knee, and they've got this extra layer of material, right? It's like a huge, it's like they've already patched it. Right? There's an enormous patch over where the knees are. These are for tradespeople, right? Carpenters, electricians, that sort of thing. Because they take a knee a lot when they're working on the floors, you know, in buildings and stuff like that. These are built to take a beating. They know the knees are going to wear out, so they reinforce them. Also with something like this, it takes a little bit longer for your knees to get soaked if you're working off the ground. I mean, I've already hiked in about half an hour today, and I'm on a trail I use from time to time. We just had a big snow, so a lot of trees were bent down, and I was removing some branches. So you can see they're all wet and stuff like that. I've already been doing some work in these. To get the reinforced knee, that's really important in my opinion. These ones have a loop here, and another little pocket down here. I don't consider this pocket super reliable, but you can put a folding saw in here, or you can put an axe through here. Right, that sort of thing. So it's a tool holder. Very nice deep pocket, which is what you want. You don't want a shallow pocket. You don't want your stuff falling out when you sit down. You want a deep pocket. Over here, it has a really nice long pocket that's just ideal for this silky gum boy. Right, if I was being extra careful, I'd wrap a handkerchief around the end of this so it doesn't wear a hole in the bottom of this. These are pretty tough, right? Today I was just in a rough, I didn't bother doing that. And plus I've had in and out a lot on this hike. But yeah, I got this pocket here, ideal for putting this, and it's not so shallow. I mean, cargo pants that have those big pockets on the side, I find they don't accommodate a folding saw well. They're handy because you can put stuff in them, but they don't accommodate a folding saw. And having a whole bunch of stuff just above your knee is a bit awkward for hiking, in my opinion. So I like things a bit higher up on the pants, you know, closer to the waist for just ease of movement. So anyway, this is ideal for keeping this great versatile tool, the folding saw. Then you get the deep pockets. So that's my default choice for a pair of pants when I'm out in the woods. Just a heavy duty, whatever that's called, duck, I think is the material's called. Like it's like a heavy cotton canvas type material. Heavy duty canvas, reinforced pockets. I like a nice long side pocket, deep pockets. So big back pockets, deep back pockets, not shallow back pockets for putting things in, right? Your pants are as much a carrying tool as they are a protection for your legs. If it's cold, just add layers. If it's wet, add a waterproof layer, right? But then you've got that versatility. And I find they're good for spring, winter, and fall. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and until next time, enjoy the outdoors on the cheap. Thanks for watching.